I'm Sarah from The Upcoming. Such a pleasure to meet you. So, for people who aren't familiar with the film, maybe you can just kick off with a brief introduction and tell us a bit about your character, Dot.
So the film is about Clarice Cliff, who was in the 1920s. She was a really inspiring woman, potter, and she was kind of the first female designer to ever come out of the potteries in Stoke-on-Trent, which is such like an iconic place. It's the birth of pottery, sorry, there. And so it's kind of about her and her kind of journey against adversity, men telling her, you can't do this, you're not good enough, no one likes your pieces, and she kind of pushes through against the odds, and she's played by Phoebe, so yeah. And my character Dot is her sister. So I play her sister who's at home, and she's very different to Clarice. Clarice is very kind of wild and, creative, and Dot's very much like, I want a family, I want kids, she wants to be settled, so yeah.
And, period drama, female-led story, also female team behind the camera. What was it that drew you to be involved with the project?
I think Clarice Cliff's art is so incredible. And I think that was something that really drew me towards it, and the way they've shot it as well is so artistic, and I just kind of felt from the script and the story, and it has such a heart, and it does kind of resonate today as well with, wanting to do what you love and wanting to push through, and people telling you no and you keep bouncing back. And I think that was something that really it resonated with me as well, yeah.
And, it's such an incredible cast. Got people like David Morrissey there, but of course, Phoebe, her star's really been on the rise since Bridgerton. Did you have quite a bond on set? What was the experience like?
Yeah, Phoebe was lovely, and it was so nice to be filming in Stoke-on-Trent where it's all started, and it felt really real, and the set was lovely, and everyone was so nice. It was such a welcoming kind of set, and everyone was really open to ideas, and it was really lovely, yeah.
And what do you think were some of the highlights? There must be something fun about doing period drama, just getting in the costumes and all that. Were there any particular highlights or really challenging moments?
I had to cut Phoebe's hair on set in the scene, and I've never cut hair before, and I got a quick lesson before, and I had to do it, and it was a really expensive wig, and if I didn't do it right, I was basically screwed. So it was really interesting, but I managed to pull it off, thankfully. But that was really fun, and they taught us how to paint. We got tours of the pottery factories, the original ones, which is really interesting as well. So there was a lot of fun kind of experiences as well, yeah.
And it's hard, it's this story about kind of a woman who wouldn't take no for an answer and was doing, breaking out of the traditional role expected of her. Why do you think it's important to go back in time and tell these stories? And what do you think it has to say to a contemporary audience?
I think it's still that kind of story of women's kind of voices being heard, and I think that's really important now, and we're seeing it more and more women coming up through the industry and behind the camera. I think it's really important, and Clarice's story is so relevant as well to today, so.
I think it's also great to be telling a story that's, not in London, and, it's working class people with regional accents. Maybe we don't see enough of that.
Exactly, and I'm from Liverpool, so I rarely use my own accent. This accent's Stoke, but it is lovely to hear the kind of twangs and the different accents, and, it's different from just an RP London accent you hear a lot. So I think it's really good to kind of represent the working class from those areas as well. And the people of Stoke are so happy about the film. They're so excited, and it's so lovely, yeah.
And isn't it important to have female storytellers and telling female-led stories that, we sometimes don't hear enough of?
Female directors telling a story like Clarice's, it's really important because, they kind of feel with her in that journey, and it's, I feel like it translated so well on screen, and I'm really excited.
Can you quickly tell us what you're going to work on next?
I'm working on a film in Liverpool, in my hometown, and it's about Brian Epstein. It's called Midas Man, and I'm playing Brian Epstein's girlfriend in the 50s, so it's just a nice little role in that, and it's nice.
Amazing. We can't wait to see you in that as well. Thanks so much for your time. Enjoy the evening. Thank you.